In Mexico, each town, each region has its own traditions, its own use and customs. But if there is a tradition that we find in each of them, it is without a doubt the celebration of the Day of the Dead. The Day of the Dead is a Mexican celebration that honors the dead. This tradition is rooted since pre-Hispanic times, although today it also incorporates elements of Catholics and even modern Dutch. In Mexico, the Day of the Dead is celebrated for 2 days on November 1, called All Saints' Day. It's when the children spirits arrive, and on November 2, the Day of the Dead, is when adults arrive. The origin of the tradition of the dead. Death has been in all cultures and throughout history, an event that invites reflection, rituals, ceremonies, the search for answers, which cause fear, admiration, and uncertainty. Pre-Hispanic cultures share the belief that there is an anemic and immortal entity that gives consciousness to the human being and the after death. He continues his path in the world of the dead, where he still needs utensils, tools, and food. Dead Day origin. The origins of the Day of the Dead celebration in Mexico can be traced to the time of the natives of the Mesoamerica, such as the Aztec, Mayas, Purépechas, Nahuas, and Totonacas. The rituals that celebrate the lives of the ancestors were performed by these civilizations for the last 3,000 years. In the pre-Hispanic, it was common the practice of preserving skull and trophies and displaying them during rituals that symbolize death and rebirth. The festival that became the Day of the Dead fell in the 9th month of the Aztec solar calendar, near the beginning of August, and was celebrated for a full month. The most representative element of the Day of the Dead holiday in Mexico is the altars, with their offerings a representation of our visions of death, full of allegories and meanings. The Day of the Dead, for me, is very representative in terms of customs and traditions that we Mexicans have. It is the time where we remember our relatives who died. It is a hard tradition in our country that shadows the stringent relationship that Mexicans have with death, and do not forget their loved ones.